Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Lesson number 30, right? Lesson number 30, and yesterday we completed the text, and today, inshallah, we will answer the questions. Ajib anil asilatil atiyah, answer the following questions as we always do. And okay. Manil Fatayani, question number 1.
Who are the two boys?
Yes, excellent. Who are the two boys?
Al-Hassan wa Al-Hussein.
Okay, excellent. Huma Talibani Jadidani, right?
Okay.
They
okay,
both
sir.
are new students. And as we know that in this lesson we are dealing with the dual, and the dual has the sound of ani, that is for the noun, ani, aini, aini, and similarly for the dual we use huma, right? Hua, huma, hum, and even for the feminine for both we say hiya, huma, hunna. So either we have two males or two females, we will use huma for them. And in the lesson we know that they are like on the door and the teacher says like, who are they? And they say that they are two new students, huma talibani jadidani. Ma asma'uhuma, what are their names?
Al-Hassan wa Hussein.
Excellent. Al-Hasan wal-Husayn, right? So
Hussein.
ahaduhuma,
Ahaduhuma
yes,
Al-Hassan.
ahaduhuma al-Hasanu wal-akharu al-Husayn. So one of them is Hassan and the other one is Hussein.
Hussein.
Akharu means the other, right? We have learned
The
akharu,
other one.
and in this lesson we have also learned akharani. Akharun and akharani, akharaini. Okay, ahaduhuma al-Hasanu wal-akharu al-Husaynu. Min aynahuma, where are they from?
Huma min al-Sini.
Excellent. Huma min as-Sini, both of them are from China. Both of them are from China. Okay, excellent. Kam akhan wa ukhtan lahuma. How many brothers and sisters do they have?
Akhawan.
Yes. Akhawani wa ukhtani, okay. So how will you put it in a sentence?
Huma.
Lahuma, they have. Lahuma, as you remember that when we talk about the relationships, for the blood relationships, we use la. Lahuma,
Lahuma.
they have, yes.
Akhawani.
Akhawani wa ukhtani.
wa Ukhtani.
Lahuma akhawani wa ukhtani. They have two brothers and two sisters. Okay, why do we have here akhan wa ukhtan lahuma? Akhan wa ukhtan.
Come, Stefan.
Kam.
Yeah, after come, we know that the noun will be, normally it is singular, it is mansub, and it is common noun. So after come, we have basically a noun which is normally mansub, as we can see here. It has fathatain, and it is singular, yes, and then it is also a common noun. And then there is another kind of come, inshallah, which we will see in book number 3. في أي كلية يريدان أن يدرسا, in which college both of them want to study. You know it is a yadrusani, right? And because of an, the noon has been dropped. Okay. Yes. Where do they want to study? It's a long answer. Yeah. أحدهما, because they're brothers.
Ahaduma.
يريد أن يدرسا. Okay.
دروسا في كلية القرآن الكريم.
في كلية القرآن الكريم.
والآخر
يريد أن يدرس في الكلية الشرعية. Excellent. Perfect. So as we have in the lesson, so the answer that we have in the lesson, that I have the same answer over here. أما الحسن فيريد أن يدرس بكلية القرآن الكريم وأما الحسين فيريد أن يدرس بكلية الشريعة. As you answered, there is no need to start the answer with amma, as we know, but if you want to use, or if you want to use the word amma as well, as for. So as for Hassan is concerned, amma al-Hasan, or as for Hassan, fayuridu, you know that after amma, we have to use fa. فأما اليتيمة فلا تقهر. If you remember the example, yeah. So after أما, we have to use فا. أما الحسن فيريد أن يدرس بكلية القرآن الكريم. As for Hassan, he wants to study in Quran al-Karim College, or the College of Quran al-Karim. And وأما الحسين, and as for Hussein, فيريد أن يدرس بكلية الشريعة. He wants to study in the faculty of Sharia. And we know that after an, if we have dhamma, then it changes into fatha. We know that, right? Okay, excellent. So then we go, we move on to question number 2. All right, so question number 2 is about, as we know, right here. Okay, so can you see question number 2 now?
Yes, Ustad.
Okay, who is going to read the text? Okay, what's the meaning of that?
Put
Put
in the blanks.
في
في كل
Okay,
in the blanks. في
Yes.
كل جملة, in every sentence. مما يأتي فعل ذهب ماضي بعد إسناده إلى ضمير مناسب.
الضمير المناسب. Excellent.
مناسب.
Okay. Fill in the blanks.
مما يأتي. Fill in the blanks.
In each of the following sentences. في كل
With
جملة.
the verb.
Yeah, in each of the following sentences. مما يأتي الفعل ذهب, with the verb ذهب. In the ماضي with the correct isnad. Yeah, so we have to use the past tense with the correct conjugation. Okay. أين خالد وحامد إلى المكتبة. So the past tense we have to use the past tense. ذهب. Excellent. They both, yes. ذهب, they both went إلى المكتبة, to the library. You know that ذهب, ذهبوا. Yeah, now so inshallah now it's useful for us. أين آمنة وأختها. Where are Amina and her sister?
ذهبتا إلى
المستشفى لعيادة أمها. They went to the hospital to see their mother. Okay, now you can see here ذهبت, and then from ذهبت the dual will be ذهبتا. So for the masculine it will be ذهبا, and for the feminine there will be an addition of ta, so it will be ذهبتا. ذهبا, they both went for 2 men, and ذهبتا, they both went for 2 women or for 2 girls. Excellent. So ذهب, ذهبا, ذهبوا, ذهبت, ذهبتا, ذهبنا. Okay. All right. So number 3. أين أمسي يا أخواني. ذهبتما. Excellent. أين ذهبتما أمسي يا أخواني. Where did you go yesterday? Oh, my brothers, right? Yeah, or oh, brothers. Where did you go yesterday? أين ذهبتما. And if you continue from number 6, ذهبت, ذهبتما, ذهبتم. And then for the feminine, إلى الطبيبة يا بنتاني.
ذهبتما. Again, ذهبتما.
Excellent. إلى الطبيبة ذهبتما يا بنتاني. Oh, $2 did you go to the, or 2 girls did you go to the doctor. Did you go to the doctor? Oh, 2 girls. إلى الطبيبة ذهبتما Ya bintani. So now, inshallah, as we practiced many times the dual and we are already used to it, now your conjugation is complete for the past and it will be completed for the mudari, because we know that the sheikh in the books, like in the previous lessons, we were not introduced to the dual. However, we started practicing it in the previous lessons. So now when we reach here, we are already used to it and we know how to use them. So for two, for the past, dhahaba for the third person and dhahabata, and for the second person, for both masculine and feminine, it will be dhahabtuma. So for the second person, it will be dhahabtuma for both of them. And for the third person, for the masculine, it will be dhahaba. And we know that for the feminine, there will be an addition of ta. So it will be dhahabata, dhahabata. Okay, question number 2. Now we move on to question number 3. Okay, question number 3. Similar to that, but this one, we have to use ضع في الفراغ في كل جملة مما يأتي الفعل المضارع. So here we have the present tense. So in the previous exercise, we practiced the past tense, and now we are going to practice the present tense. And the verb that we have been using from lesson number 1 is ذهب. So من ذهب بعد إسناده إلى الضمير المناسب. So now we have to fill in the blanks, or we have to fill in the blanks in each of the following sentences with the mudari of ذهب, as we can see the present tense of ذهب with the correct isnad. أحمد وإبراهيم إلى المكتبة كل يوم.
يريدان.
لا, from ذهب, from يذهب.
Sorry, ذهب.
يذهبان. Excellent. يذهبان. So this is the only form of the present tense for the dual that comes with ya. The rest of the forms of the dual, they will all come with ta. This is the only form of the dual that comes with ya. So that means when we talk about the third person masculine, and for 2 people or for 2 guys, then we say يذهبان. أحمد وإبراهيم يذهبان إلى المكتبة كل يوم. يذهبان. So it will be for 2, for masculine. يذهبان. Okay. أين يا ولدان? Where are you? You both going? Where are you both going? Oh, my son. Yeah.
أين تذهبان؟
تذهبان. Excellent. تذهبان يا ولدان. أين تذهبان يا ولدان? Where are you going? 2 boys. Yeah. Where are you going? 2 boys. Yeah. 2 boys. Okay. So as I told you, only for the third person we will use يذهبان, and for the rest of them, for all of them, we will use تذهبان. الطالبتان الجديدتان إلى المصلى. The 2 new students are going to the masjid, or to musalla. Yes.
2 female new students, right? You said?
Yes, that's right. تذهبان. Excellent. As I told you, only for 2 masculine, for two like Ahmad and Ibrahim, we will only use يذهبان, and for the rest of them, all of them, just close your eyes and use تذهبان. You remember? يذهبان, تذهبان, تذهبان, تذهبان. So تذهبان comes 3 times, whereas يذهبان comes only 1 time. So يذهب, he goes. يذهبان, they both go. And يذهبون, they all go. And هي تذهب, she goes. And تذهبان, they both go. And يذهبن, and then تذهب, تذهبان, تذهبون, تذهبين, تذهبان, تذهبن, أذهب, and تذهب. So for the rest of them, it will be only تذهبان. متى إلى الصيدلية يا أختاني. Now you should be able to do it in a flash of a second. تذهبان. Yes. متى تذهبان إلى الصيدلية يا أختاني. When will you go to the pharmacy? Oh, sisters. Yeah. متى تذهبان إلى الصيدلية يا أختاني. So now inshallah it's clear. The practice for both for the mudari and for the past. We have practiced both now in 2 exercises, and now inshallah we move on to the book and we look at the rest of the exercises. Okay. All right, so we have completed exercise number 1, 2, and 3, and now we move on to exercise number 4. All right, in fact, exercise number 4 is very easy. I do have the PowerPoint, but I think we don't need that. You should be able to do this one here. Okay, now what we have to do, ضع في الفراغ في كل جملة مما يأتي في فعل الأمر. So from اذهب, we have to make فعل الأمر. So for the dual, it will be اذهبا. Excellent. Yeah. So we have to put اذهبا, or I shouldn't say اذهبا. We have to put like فعل الأمر for the dual, and let's see. And we have to put from the verb ذهب. Okay. يا أخواني إلى المسجد الآن. فعل الأمر for اذهبا. Right. اذهبا إلى المسجد الآن. Oh, 2 brothers. Yeah, or go to the masjid right now. Okay. What about يا بنتاني?
Same stuff. اذهبا.
Excellent. اذهبا. يا بنتاني اذهبا إلى مكتبة المديرة. Both of you sisters go to the office of the manager, or feminine or female manager. Okay, so as we know that for the dual, it will be the same. The fi'l al-amr will be the same. Whatever verb it comes from, it will be the same. Like for akhawani, for the 2 brothers, it will be idhaba, and even for the bintani, it will be ya bintani idhaba. Idhaba, the fi'l al-amr of idhaba has been used like 3 times in the Quran, and it's Surah Taha. In verse number 42, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى. اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى. Verse number 43 of Surah Taha. Both of you go to Fir'aun. Verily he has transgressed. Yeah. So اذهبا to Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Taha, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى. طغى. Can you figure out the verb طغى? On the pattern of what?
سميع يسمع.
لا طغى. نهى ينهى. You remember? نهى ينهى. فتح يفتح. So طغى, and what will be the mudari?
Yes,
يطغى. Yeah, يطغى. Yes, it will be yeah, and then this one becomes sakin, and it will be يطغى, to transgress. Yes. Excellent. طغى يطغى. Okay. Now, exercise number 5. أمام كل جملة. Why it is كل? Because of أمام. You know, أمام, it is used as special mudaf. We know that, right? So أمام كل جملة مما يأتي فعل مضارع مرفوع. So in front of every sentence we have فعل مضارع مرفوع. أكمل به الجملة بعد تغيير ما يلزم. Now we have to complete the sentences by making the changes that are necessary, or by making the necessary changes. يلزم, لازم, يلزم. Necessary. What is necessary? Okay. ماذا يريد الطالبان الجديدان? What do the new students, 2 new students, want? Okay. يريدان أن يذهبان إلى المهجع.
أن يذهب, the noon gets dropped.
Excellent. Yeah, the noon will be dropped because of an, yeah, and it means 2, yeah. يريدان أن يذهبا إلى المهجع. They want to go to the hostel, or to the dormitory. They want to go to the hostel. So we know that after an, the noon will be dropped for the mudari, for the second person. For all of them, the noon gets dropped. يريدان أن يلعبان كرة السلة أو أن يلعبا.
يريدان أن يلعبا.
Yeah, they want to play. They want to play basketball. Okay. Next is number 3. Yuridani
أي يشرب
yashraba al-qahwata. They want to drink coffee.
coffee.
And yuridani ay yasma'a al-akhbara. Yasma'a al-akhbara. They want to listen to the news. And yuridani ay
يجلس
yajlisa amam al-mudarrisi. They want to sit in front of the teacher. Excellent. So we have practiced this, alhamdulillah, many times in the previous lessons. So now it's only the application. We are implementing the rules, and inshallah, I'm sure that now you are getting them and you are able to understand them now. So we know that whenever we use an or lan or li, la mutalil, yeah. So we have learned that like there are 3 huruf, which is an or lan or li. So after that, the mudari, the noon gets dropped, except for the feminine plural. You know that for the feminine plural, yadhabna and tadhabna, they are mabni. No change will take place for them, for those 2 forms of the verb. أكمل كل جملة مما يأتي بضمير مناسب. Fill in the blanks in each of the following sentences with the correct form of the pronoun. بضمير مناسب, using the appropriate pronoun. Okay, who is going to complete number 1? Araita, yes, please.
أرأيت طالبين الجديدين.
Yes.
Did you see 2 new students?
New students,
male
excellent.
students.
Yeah, okay, perfect. نعم رأيت.
نعم رأيتها.
لا 2.
رأيتهما.
هما, because 2, yeah. So for 2, it will be huma. نعم رأيتهما. Yes, I saw both of them. So for 2, we use huma, and for singular masculine, it will be who, and for singular feminine, it will be ha. Yeah, so for example, Bilalun, I will say ana ra'aytuhu. Fatimatu, I will say ana ra'aytuha. And if we have dual, for the dual for both masculine and feminine, we will use huma. أرأيت الطالبين الجديدين. Did you see the two new students? نعم رأيتهما. Yes, I saw both of them. Yes, number 2.
قرأت هاتين المجلتين.
مجلتين, okay.
مجلتين. So this is, did you read these 2 new magazines? No, not
Hataini.
new.
Do you know Hataini?
These magazines.
Are you familiar with this pronoun? Hataini?
Yes, in between haza.
Okay, inshallah, by the end of the lesson, remind me. This is the dual for hadihi. This is the dual of hadihi. Hadihi, hatani, hataini. Okay. So this is basically the only, dhamir or the pronoun that is flexible. So we will have ani, aini sound. We know that all of the pronouns are mabni. For example, huwa, huma, hum, all of them are mabni. Or sorry, these are like asma al-ishara. These are asma al-ishara. All of the asma al-ishara, like hada, hadihi, tilka, dhalika, ulaika, haulai, they are all mabni. But for the dual, al-muthanna, for the masculine and for the feminine, they are not mabni, they are flexible, they are mu'rab. Yes, so inshallah, in the end of the lesson, I will show you today. And these 2 for the for hada and hadihi, and inshallah in book number 3, we will learn for dhalika and tilka.
Okay.
All right. So أقرأت هاتين الجملتين. Did you read these 2 مجلتين, these 2 magazines? نعم.
قرأتهما.
Huma, excellent. So now we know that for both, for masculine and for feminine, we will use huma. نعم قرأتهما. Yes, I read both of them. So whether it is masculine or feminine, it will be huma. قال المدرس لحامد وصديقه. The teacher said to Hamid and to his friends.
Friend. رأيتكما
Excellent. Yes.
رأيتكما في المسجد البارحة.
Yes. رأيتكما في المسجد البارحة. I saw both of you in masjid last night. رأيتكما في المسجد البارحة. And excellent, as we can see here. The beauty of these books, it's not somewhere in the cinema or somewhere else, it's in the masjid. So the teacher said to Hamid and Sadiq, to his friends, that I saw both of you in the masjid last night. Okay. قالت المديرة لزينب ومريم. The manager said to Zainab and Maryam, أريد أن أسأل. I want to ask both of you.
Both of the questions. Okay. أسألكما. Both.
Excellent.
أسألكما.
For the masculine and for the feminine, it will be kuma. Okay. I want to ask both of you. Okay. أسألكما.
An baladikuma.
Excellent. An baladikuma, about your
city,
country. Yeah. And baladikuma, about your country. So I want to ask both of you about your country. قالت المديرة لزينب. We know Zainab is the feminine name, so that's why it's partially flexible. And Maryama also partially flexible, so they don't accept kasra. أريد أن أسألكما عن بلدكما. I want to ask both of you about your country. Okay, excellent. I guess this is the last. Okay, so hopefully, yeah. أجيب عن الأسئلة الآتية. Answer the following questions. متى خرج أحمد وأخوه من الفصل? When did Ahmad and his brother leave the classroom? Okay, you have to give the answers from yourself, not based on the lesson, or based on the lesson, but from your own, insha, as we say. Yes. Kharaja.
بعد الدرس.
Excellent. بعد الدرس. خرج بعد الدرس. We know بعد is a special مضاف. So after that, it will be مضاف إليه will be كسر مجرور. So خرج بعد الدرس. They left after the lesson. Okay. متى ذهبتما إلى مكة? When did you both go to Mecca? We went. ذهبنا. We went. ذهبنا. Yes. Last week, if you want to say ذهبنا في
قبل الأسبوع.
Yeah, أو قبل أسبوعين. Excellent. أو قبل أسبوع. Excellent. ذهبنا قبل أسبوع. Yeah, we went a week ago. Or ذهبنا في الأسبوع الماضي. We went last week. Or ذهبنا قبل سنة. We went a year ago. So whatever answer you want to give, you can give. ماذا شربت زينب وسعاد? What did Zainab and Suad drink?
شربتا.
Excellent.
شربتا.
لا شربتا. شربا شربوا شربت شربتا.
شربتا.
القهوة. العصير. الشاي. القهوة. الشاي. Yes. They drank coffee or tea or like juice. العصير. Yeah. They drank a juice. أين يدرس حامد وخالد? Where do Hamid and Khalid study? Now this is present tense. Be careful. يدرساني. Yes.
في مكة في مدينة المنورة.
Okay. يدرساني بالجامعة. You can say. They study in a university. Yeah. يدرساني بالجامعة. They study in a university. ماذا تغسل آمنة وأمها? What are Amina and her mother washing?
تغسلاني.
Yes.
في الثوب. Sorry.
تغسلان الثياب. Yeah, they're washing the clothes.
Okay.
الثياب. So تغسلان الثياب, they are washing the clothes. Okay, excellent. Alhamdulillah, this is like the end of our lessons, and
We
now
can say manadil also. Start mindil,
al-manadila, yeah, al-mindil, yes, many things that you want them to wash. Okay, now we will have a look at the changes, and now you know these changes already. Al-mudari al-marfu, as we know, the regular form of the mudari. Al-mansub, which comes or becomes mansub because of huruf al-nasiba, and al-majzum becomes majzum because of al-huruf al-jazima. Okay, so yadhabani, they both go. And when we use lan, which is harfi nasb, it will be lan yadhaba. So we know that after using lan or an or li, then the noon gets dropped. And similarly, when we use lam, which is harf jazim or lil jazm, and again yadhabani, the noon gets dropped. So it will be lan yadhaba and lam yadhaba. Yadhabuna, they all go. And when we use harfilan, then what happens? The noon gets dropped. However, it will be replaced by alif for the masculine plural, right? So it will be lan yadhabu, they will not go. Lam yadhabu, they didn't go. And the same thing happens over here. Tadhabani, you both go. And lan tadhaba, you both will not go. And lam tadhaba, you both didn't go. And then we have tadhabuna, you all go, you all men go. Lan tadhabu, you will not go, and lan tadhabuna, lam tadhabu, you didn't go. And then we have one and only tadhabina, anti tadhabina. And when we use harfilan, then the noon gets dropped, so it becomes lan tadhabi, you will not go, and lam tadhabi, you didn't go. هذه هي الأفعال الخمسة. These are 5 verbs. Do you remember why do we call them 5 verbs? I explained it many times.
Because they are all in the same pattern, Ustad.
Yeah,
Yes,
we know
Abba.
for the dual, we have yadhabani, tadhabani, 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 right? For the dual,
But
we have yadhabani, which is different, and tadhabani happens to be it occurs 3 times. However, we know
But we take it
that
as
they
one.
take it only 1 time. So that's why these are 1, 2, and then for the masculine plural, for the third person, yadhabuna, and for the second person plural, for the masculine, tadhabuna, these are 4, and tadhabina, 1 and exclusive, and tadhabina. So these are basically 5, right? So what happens with these 5, as we have seen, that when we use huruf al-jazima or al-nasiba, then what happens? The noon gets dropped for all of the dual and also for the plural and also for the singular feminine. The noon gets dropped. So how many al-huruf al-nasiba we have learned so far? We have learned harfilan, and we have learned an, excellent, and li. Okay, all right. And al-huruf al-jazima, how many of them we have learned?
Lam, lamul amr, and lam nahiya.
La,
lam nafiya,
and
Lam
lamma.
nahiya.
lam
La an-nafiya, la an-nahiya, not an-nafiya. La
Nahiya.
an-nahiya, and lam or lamma. Lamma, when we use it with the present tense, it means not yet. Yani lamma yadhabu, they haven't gone yet. La yadhaba, la tadhaba, you both don't go, right? Then it is used for the fi'l al-amr. And lam is used for absolute negation, which equals didn't. So an means to, li means for or for the reason, and lam means will not. La means don't, lam means didn't, and lamma means not yet. And here we come to know over here. هذه هي الأفعال الخمسة. These are the 5 verbs. And إعراب الأفعال الخمسة, the إعراب is ترفع بثبوت النون. When they are marfu, they will be marfu by retaining the noon. So they will be marfu with noon, as we can see here. They are marfu with the noon. يذهبان, يذهبون, تذهبان, تذهبون, and تذهبين. So when they are marfu, they will have noon. وَتُنْسَبُ وَتُجْزَمُ بِحَذْفِ النُّونِ, and they are made mansub and majzoom by dropping the noon. And as we can see here, here the noon has been dropped, and here the noon has been dropped. تُرْفَعُ بِثُبُوتِ النُّونِ, they are made rafa with the noon, or by retaining the noon, or by putting the noon. وَتُنْسَبُ وَتُجْزَمُ بِحَذْفِ النُّونِ, and they are made mansub and majzoom by dropping the noon.
Dropping or deleting will be the same.
Or dropping it or deleting it, yeah. Hadf is like drop or to delete, yes. Okay, and the next lesson, by the way, lesson number 31 is also about the dual. So almost we are done with the book, alhamdulillah. So the only thing that I wanted to show you, if you remember, you already don't know about it. So we need to go through that document quickly, and then inshallah, we are done. What was that about the word file? The word file that I told you to remind me so that we could use that word file. That was basically about the dual. You remember that? About the dual?
Atani?
Yeah, that was basically hada and hadani and hadaini
Hazain.
and hadihi, hatani and hataini. Give me a second, please, inshallah. I had it opened. Because there are so many files open over there, so sometimes it becomes difficult to find it where it is. Okay, Asma'ul Ishara. Can you see that now?
Yes, Ustad.
Okay, so Asma'ul Isharati, the Asma'ul Ishara, the demonstrative pronouns as we call them. So we have already learned hada, hadihi, and haulai, right? We know that hada is used for the singular masculine for this, hadihi for the singular feminine this, and haulai for both masculine and feminine we use haulai, these, okay? Now we also look at the muthanna, the dual. So when we talk about the masculine, muthanna will be hadani when it is marfu, and it will be hadaini when it is mansub or majroor. Now look here, note all asma'ul ishara are mabni except for the dual. So we can see here that the dual are flexible, they will change. If we look at the examples, for example, hada qalamun jadidun, this is a new pen. And when we talk about two new pens, we say hadani qalamani jadidani. These are two new pens. And if you say I bought two new pens, then you will say ishtaraytu hadaini qalamaini jadidaini. I bought these two new pens. So once it is mansub, then everything that comes with that will be mansub as well. You can add jadidaini, or if you don't need to add, there is no need. So you can say ishtaraytu hadaini qalamaini. I bought these two pens. And if you want to say I bought these two new pens, I bought these two new pens, it will be ishtaraytu hadaini qalamaini jadidaini. So now you know why here we have qalamani and hadani qalamani, and here why we have hadaini qalamaini.
This is maful bihi, and there it is the khabar.
Here hadani is mubtada and qalamani jadidani is khabar.
Khabar.
Yeah. So it is a
Marfu bil alif and
Yeah,
majroor bil ya.
So we know
mansub
it's a nominal sentence. So a nominal sentence consists of mubtada and khabar, and mubtada and khabar are generally they are marfu. So hadani, these two, and if you remember the rule, we have to add r, and then we translate it hadani are qalamani jadidani. These are two new pens. But when we say ishtaraytu, then we know that ishtaraytu is a fail, it's a verb, yeah. So after that, because it consists of I bought, so that's why after the noun that comes after that will be maf'ul bihi, and we know maf'ul bihi is always mansub. So that's why you say ishtaraytu hadaini qalamaini, and if you want to say new, it will be jadidaini. And when you talk about the feminine, it is hadihi, and the dual is hatani hataini. So hadihi sayyaratun jadidatun, this is a new car. And hatani sayyaratani jadidatani, these are two new cars. And ishtaraytu hataini sayyarataini jadidataini, I bought these 2 new cars. What if I want to say I sold these 2 old cars?
رأي
لا, I sold.
No.
I sold.
I sold it.
أبيع
لا, بعت. I
أبيعت
sold.
أبيعت
لا, don't use
أبيعت
لا, بعت.
بعت
هاتين سيارتين
سيارتين
هاتين
جديدتين
سيارتان خديمان.
قديمتين. أين
قديمتين.
يا
أين
بعت
The سيارة.
هاتين
بعت
سيارتين قديمتين. Yeah, and for reason I gave you this test because I know, please remember that you have to practice a couple of times. You have to write it down so that you get used to it. First time we have to go through the process of translating it in our brain, but if we start writing them down, then there will be a symmetry between the brain and the tongue and the hand, so then it will be easier for us to translate it. Betu hataini sayarataini qadimataini. So this is now we have learned about hada and hadihi, and in book number 3, inshallah, we will learn dhalika, and then we have dhalika, dhanika, dainika, and ulaika, and then we have tilka, tanika, tainika, and ulaika. And we do appreciate, and we have to appreciate the beauty of these books, that the Sheikh has not introduced everything at once. So we are learning things step by step. It's up to you now. For example, we have seen, look here, for example, the dual we have seen in after completing book number 1 and almost completing book number 2. Because these, for the muthanna, for the dual, they are not very common. However, they are the part of the language and we have to learn them. So, hada, hadani, hadaini, haulai, hadihi, hatani, hataini, haulai. Alhamdulillah, and inshallah next week we will complete book number 2, hopefully on Sunday, or if not on Sunday and Monday. And then inshallah we will go through, like, not all the book, but we will go through the handouts quickly so that we can remember or retain the things that we have learned. And after completing that, inshallah, we will start book number 3. All right. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة
وعليكم
الله
السلام ورحمة الله
وبركاته.
وبركاته.
جزاك الله خير.
Wa iyyakum.